Well, if you're living in the Tennessee or Ohio Valley today, I certainly hope you've got your game plan in order. A unique and exceptional weather situation appears to be evolving across the Tennessee and Ohio Valley. The epicenter of the severe weather appears to be focused upon both Tennessee and Kentucky, but this entire area right here, folks, is the bullseye for what could be an exceptionally severe weather day across the region. Notice here, as of 7:45 in the morning, notice how temperatures are in the 60s, even 70s in Memphis, Tennessee. That is exceptional for this time of year, folks, at this time of the day. And certainly temperatures, unfortunately, are going to continue to start climbing as we progress through both the morning time and especially into the afternoon time. You notice here the front depicted here by the temperature contrast between the warm and the cold. Also notice just how cold temperatures are on the other side of the cold front. Very chilly indeed across a large part of the west, even the northern tier as well. But that contrast between cold and warm, and of course you've got the ingredients there, the perfect ingredients for severe weather across this region today. Let's have a quick look at the dew points. So we're also looking at, as well as the temperature at the dew point, that is the level of moisture within the atmosphere. And notice here, folks, well into the 60s across the region, that's into the 70s in terms of air temperature. That is very moist, buoyant air, folks. And once you start to get that low-level southwesterly jet ripping at 60 miles an hour across the atmosphere from southwest to northeast, you've also got a large dip in the jet stream. I'm just going to pull up another map here so you can see what I'm talking about. You've got the storm system centered in the Midwest, a trailing cold front that pushes down into Mexico. This, folks, is your active line here. This is your danger, your trigger, so to speak. Jet stream is dipping down into the southern plains. That, of course, is going to add energy to the atmosphere. Combine that with, of course, a 60 mile an hour low level jet that enhances the turning and twisting of the air at around 15 to 20,000 feet. A very dangerous situation is unfolding as that cold front marches eastwards, as well as the rip-roaring low-level jet. You've also got that warmth, that humidity starting to get forced northwards. As it does so, it bumps up against forming thunderstorms along this boundary. The concern, of course, is as you push this frontal zone into this very warm, juicy air, that is where you're going to get those strong thunderstorms to start rapidly turning severe over the course, I believe, late morning and into the afternoon hours. Notice here the jet stream actually splits apart here. What that's doing is, as that splits apart, it's like when you're in the bath and you draw your arms outwards, it basically pulls the water from underneath upwards. It acts the same way in the atmosphere. That air, as the jet splits apart, the air within this region, within the two fingers of the jet stream, it then forces that air upwards, and of course you've got rapid upward motion. Therefore, with the lapse rate, a high lapse rate, of course, because you've got the cold air getting forced down from the northwest over top of the warm, juicy air, you've then got a large lapse rate. The contrast between temperature with height, and of course when you've got the enhancement of the split jet, the forcing this air much faster upwards, and of course with the southwesterly wind blowing, you've also got a northwesterly wind blowing, and you've also got a low level southeasterly wind blowing. So you've got three contrasting wind directions there. With this atmosphere in place, you've got the ability for the atmosphere to produce major tornadoes, long-lived, long-tracked, and major tornadoes. You're talking potentially EF3 to EF5, folks. This is not a joke. This is nothing to be playing around with. If you live in this region, folks, I suggest you pay close attention to your NOAA radio. If you don't have one, your TV, your internet, stay tuned with the very latest updates, You notice here also of the Weather Channel, this is basically their depiction of where the worst and the highest probability of severe weather is. You notice here the rage, a very large area of rage stretching all the way up into southern Michigan. As well as that, you've got an area of white showing up. Very rare to see white, not only at this time of year, this early stage in the season, but as well as that, it only happens 2, perhaps at the most 3 times a year, of course depending on how bad the severe weather season is. But this is a rare thing to see the white showing up, and that, folks, if you live in Kentucky and you live in Tennessee, please pay very close attention to the situation. But certainly the temperatures are going to start to warm up as the day goes on, and of course the cold front sweeping gradually southeastwards is going to activate strong and then eventually severe thunderstorms both along the cold front and as well as that ahead of the cold front. You'll start to see the line forming along the cold front, but out ahead of that cold front with the buoyancy, the moist, the very humid air, you're going to be talking about thunderstorms getting activated. As the energy of the cold front sweeps inwards, those clusters of thunderstorms are going to start to become more lined, more joined up, and as they do so, the danger aspect increases dramatically. Very moist, very warm air mass in place. Folks, there is high octane fuel in the atmosphere, and I'm very, very concerned about just how warm the temperatures can get before that cold front sweeps in. The warmer, the moister the air, the greater the potential for fuel there for those thunderstorms to get driven. Continue to keep checking back to my blog, Facebook, Twitter, and of course all the media outlets to keep you informed with the very latest updates. Hope you have a good day and hope you have a safe day. Bye for now.